Hey guys, today we're gonna be doing demo review for Flash. He won the giveaway I ran on Twitter. An interesting thing that he said to me is that by watching other demo reviews I did, other videos of demo reviews, he managed to climb up to 2.6k elo up from 2k. So initially we were going to do a 2k elo game when he was at 2k elo, but he decided to switch it up and do this one. So we're looking at Inferno, and we have 16-14 result. We're going to be doing 12 rounds on T, 12 rounds on CT. I think that's going to be enough. Usually one full half is enough for you to get a grip of how things go and notice all of the things. So let's jump into the game and see what's cooking. The first situation I want to address is going to be the pistol round. I guess your teammates should always molly, new box, triple, however you call it, instead of second box. That's simply the way it has to be done if you have only one molly, but you guys have two mollies. Unfortunately, this guy probably didn't know the lineup. Anyways, my point concerning you is going to be this move right here, where you go through the smoke. I think it's too risky, and also given that you have no armor. So staying and having this kind of duel here is really, really risky, especially knowing that they can wide swing you like this, which is going to put you in a difficult spot. I also understand that the smoke in CT faded, but understand this, especially in pistol rounds where you guys know they won't have any mollies or HEs to get you out of these spots. This is where you want to play ping pong and play off of each other. So the three most powerful positions for you guys is going to be new box, dark, and pool. Of course, it can be a subject to change and to adjustment because you guys don't know how many of them are going to be coming from banana, how many from CT. I know it's difficult, but I'm just trying to say that you guys, in my opinion, played too disjointed. I know how challenging that is in solo queue to play off of each other and to play together to trade effectively. But this is going to be my point. Pay attention to your teammates, and if you can play off of them, if they can play off of you. This way, your teammate pushed CT. You were in ruins close. Yes, you guys won the round. You won this duel here in ruins. I still don't think it's a good idea to play that way. Quickly about this situation here. Avoid doing any random flashes like this, double click, jump, throw, because look at your teammate, you almost got him killed. If you're certain about a flash lineup, do it. If you're not sure, don't do any flashes like this because it can cause more harm than it can cause good. Here are some lineups that you want to do. This one is gonna be the entry flash. It also gets the op guy if he's posted like this. Flashes, if you want to do flashes for side that your teammates can also run with, you can do this one. So you line up here, middle of this door, and bottom left, like you see these small windows. Bottom left of the last one. What this does is your teammates can still run with these flashes, and anybody inside looking at flashes, looking at you guys crossing will be flashed. Together with this guy in triple as well. The only one who might not get flashed is this guy if he is in dark and he's posted with op. But this is why you do entry flash, yeah? And if you want to do best possible flashes for side, it's gonna be these ones, but somebody has to boost you on the wall, which is probably the most difficult thing. But these ones pop behind the fountain and your teammates can pick. You see how it pops. This guy is also flashed. Anybody hiding here, second box, everything is flashed. But again, this is probably the most challenging when you're playing solo queue. On the other hand, this detail here is something I like. You're expecting that guy to peek from dark and you're ready. So this is nice. In my opinion, not all of you should be going towards side to try an entry, etc, etc. Somebody should be holding for them if they're gonna pick out of some spots. Of course, you're clearing some choke points, you're gonna molly some positions, but also there are positions that simply people can pick you from. So that's a compliment on the awareness, using those 2 seconds to see if somebody's gonna pick from dark, then you join your teammates. That's a good way to do it. This situation here, you're coming middle, you wanna pick boiler, wanna pick caps. You're just making too many steps. Your teammate in front of you is walking. These steps, after you clear, then you wide swog into boiler. These further steps are really unnecessary. I don't know if your teammate dies because of you. Let's see the CT guy. I mean, they have bombing apps. I understand the urge to pick. Nice trade after that, but all I'm trying to say, there's a moment where you can step and wide swing, and there's a moment you should walk. Because they're not going to be rotating that fast taking apps completely, and the guys from B are not gonna be that fast. But anyways, my point is, understand, you step, you peek, then you walk and you hard clear together with your teammate and you're close to trade each other. That's all. About this molotov for triple, I'm gonna give you the most valuable advice, because if you do this default lineup, the molotov often doesn't spread all the way. So a CT can stand in new box in this position here. I'm gonna show you the better lineup for it, and that's part of the reasons Vitality lost to G2 in Blast Premier London. What you have is, you have this one, aim like this, and just W jump throw. You see the difference? It's always gonna be burning all the way here, so you force the CT guy into the open. And you have another one, which is this small black dot, aim like this, and S and jump throw. This one actually gives the best spread possible that I've seen out of these, all of the mollies for triple, and it's the most consistent one in that sense. What's the downside of it? Well, if somebody goes behind you and you press S, you might not do the jump throw properly. So it's an effortless change that can save you rounds. It's gonna be such a nuisance to you if a CT guy is still standing there. As you guys are clearing site and CTs are rotating in, you're gonna be wasting too much time, and it's gonna drag your attention too much on that guy that it causes situation to go hectic. And before you know it, cities are there, you're in the blender, and the round is really, really difficult. Another thing is this flash top right. In my opinion, it's better to bounce off a flash here. So it goes like up city here, it pops there, and you can clear side instead of doing that flash that doesn't do much. But also another thing is, you guys are wasting too much time on clearing side. Look what happens. So all of the smokes you did, Bruins and City, don't mean much if you guys are not gonna entry side. And you also molly triple, you didn't even get to check triple. You have to go into these guys' faces immediately as soon as you do. Smoke Ruin, Smoke City, molly triple, flashes, boom, 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 you go in. Unless it's a full buy round and you guys decide after doing the execute, you want to walk in. You don't want to give them an opportunity. If a guy is in Ruins, usually people play flash setup where they hear steps, then they throw that silent flash. That's how it goes. But in these kind of situations where they have pistols and you know they're gonna be half by because you won the previous round where they bought 10 force, you have to go into their faces straight away, trade each other. That's the only chance you guys get. Another thing for you is pay attention to amount of Kevlar you have. Because if they hit you with an HE or something like that, you're gonna lose all of your Kevlar, and then you're gonna be way, way easier to kill. I just want to bring up this situation here. Really difficult for you guys. 2v4, your teammate dies. You're 1v4 now. You lose a chance of killing this guy top grave. He goes pit. 30 seconds. You know the chances are slim. You're 35 HP as well. So you understand you're better off saving here. And this is something that I wanna praise by you, is that you didn't try and go for some play to clutch the round, because it's really difficult. You decide to save. Look at your money. Always try and do what's the best in that particular situation. In this situation, your chances were better that you save that AK for the next round, then try something with it. In this situation here, you guys get entry in banana, you trade the second B player, and you are 4v3 now. I cannot say I'm a fan of you pushing up all the way, even though you got that kill, this guy missed you. Had you been killed, then it will be 3v3 and your teammates will be in a difficult situation because one of your teammates is 18 HP, the other guy is 42. Keep that in mind. Sometimes when you're full HP, you're really valuable to your team. Do not underestimate the advantage you have, because you don't know how low your teammates might be. My duty as a coach is to point things out, because even though you were successful in this particular situation, it doesn't mean that's the way you should be playing this type of situations. Here's another example of you overextending unnecessarily, because you guys have 5v4. You hear the second guy going side, you probably presume that he's low. But up from this point, when you know a second guy is in CT and you saw him, like you know two guys are in B, you are blocked with this smoke. As you could see, this is really difficult for you to try and go big through that smoke, because you're gonna get killed. You're overlooking and you're getting greedy because you have one man advantage. You cannot play these situations like this, because what happens if your teammate dies like he died here? Then the situation has flipped and you guys are 3v4 now. Look at how difficult it is for your teammates now. Then they're blocked in banana. They know one guy is on A, your teammate died, the lure guy from border. Unless cities make crucial mistakes now, it's gonna be really difficult for them to win. Another block. This guy is in triple. Kills one. 1v3 for purple. 6-5 for CTs. Think about situations like this. Pistol round. You see them jumping out mid. If you want to try and kill somebody early, that has to be done way sooner than this. And you shoot one bullet, test your luck, and go back to site. We're gonna create crossfire. Also, he has molotov. He mollied mid. Had you waited a little bit, maybe you guys stood a chance. Always be able to adjust and always be able to be mobile. You didn't get the chance in mid, go back to site. Or your teammate has molly, stay here in short a little bit. When he mollies, see if they're gonna go through the molly. They stand behind molly, they're blocked. Their rush no longer has that kind of power. Compliments for knowing the smoke for bottom banana. That helps a lot to your B players. So I also praise that knowledge. I know how important that is. Your teammates are fighting for banana. You're rotating as long guy. You do fall and flash. He's back off. And you decide, because you guys are 3v4 now, you decide to pick from car. You pick banana. There's nothing. That's a valuable info. You guys are rotating. 2v3. You see this guy trying to challenge from shot. You're patient. You punish. That's really nice. Patience is key. Your teammate is checking pit. Maybe I would have liked that you're a little bit closer to him, but it's not your fault because he is in front of you. He needs to be aware of the spacing and you needing to be closer to him in order to trade. Really nice decision making to check banana because the two of you are in B. Second thing is patience from library. You punish this guy from short who picked you, who overextended, and then you traded with your teammate. So we covered all of the basics that we have to apply in every situation that we can. This round here, you open 3B, you're gonna molly for your teammates, you go back to speedway, your teammates die in banana, and you are like a joker that don't expect you here. But as soon as you kill this first guy, you have to be satisfied with that kill and go back to CT. Because what's gonna happen is, look at 3 of them are waiting for you. There's no way in these type of situations you get more than 1. So now you lower the chances after doing that good move. You lower your chances of winning this round. And unless these whiff and make mistakes, for you it's unwinnable. The follow-up round, I don't really understand the point of buying in a round like this because, yeah, 2T survived, but still, you guys, if you buy 5-7 and Kevlar, you have 1k. Next round is gonna be 2.4k. Like, you guys need to decide if you wanna buy, invest into this round, like full invest, or just go eco and try for the next one. Because this is not one or the other. 3 of you won't be able to have pretty much anything for the next round, which is gonna be really important round. You open B with them, you do HE, middle of banana. Then in situations like this where you guys don't really fight for banana, if you wanna help your teammates out, you can just give them your util set. They know what they're gonna do with it, and it's much better for them to block these when time comes. Instead of doing random mollies, they can pick behind it, so it's not really... I'll show you the molly you did. That doesn't do much. Like, they molly, pull deep, and your molly, you see, they can... It's gonna invite these to pick behind it. So rotate back, you see your teammate dies. But take a look at this. As soon as this guy on B dies with the bomb, you should leave middle completely, not give 2 cents about it. Your teammate blocks them on B and you have the bomb. So you guys definitely shouldn't allow them to pick up the bomb, especially not in this kind of fashion. And I know now for you it's a difficult situation because you kind of whiffed this first guy. He went from the ledge down. What you should do, especially when you hear 2 guys crossing to side, you should try to go a little bit to the left more so you isolate the angle for this orange guy so he cannot kill you. Like, go deeper into left side. When it comes to the actual gameplay and your play style, you need to have a plan B. Initially, you need to have something that you want to do based on your plan and the way things are going. You see some gaps, you see some holes, you see some ways of entering and making a play. But if things change and that doesn't work, then you have to realize what's the best situation there to do. That being said, overextending, you definitely need to lower that. And especially if your initial play doesn't go according to plan, what's the next thing you want to do? And think about the advantage your team has in the exact situation and what not to do in order to mess it up. Everything we do in CS is we fight for map control and we fight for entries. We fight to have number advantage. Then we fight how to get to a site, plant the bomb, and finish the round, basically, trade each other, etc. But all in all, there are plenty of positives as well. We equally need to work on those and keep doing some of the things as well as fixing these mistakes. Big props to you for going from 2K to 2.6K in such a short time. I know you dropped a little bit. This game was 2.5K or something like that. But the positives are there. You have a lot to work with and just keep grinding. Thank you for watching, guys, and let me know if this was helpful to you. I recommend that you watch all of the other Deb reviews videos I uploaded. If you like my work, subscribe and like, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye bye.